Hi everyone. This is a movie that is going to walk you through the syllabus. This is ITD 122, spring 2019, the second 8-week class. So I'm in Blackboard and I'm going to go to the Start Here folder. Inside the Start Here folder, I want to go to Materials. Within materials, you are going to look for the purple spring 2019 syllabus and calendar. I'm going to open that up in Word and we're going to walk through this. Alrighty, so this class, ITD 122, Computer Applications for Professionals. It's a 3-credit, 4 contact hour, which means technically we would spend 2 hours in class doing lecture and 2 hours doing lab. Since this is a Web 3, you're going to do that all on your own. I do have movies that supplement the materials from your textbook, so I'll show you that in your Blackboard. There is a prereq, ITD 100 or proficiency. Since you guys are all in here, I assume you've all met the proficiency. Computer Applications for Professionals familiarizes students with major Windows-based application software and introduces the Windows operating system, the Windows networking environment, and the and practices file and folder maintenance. The focus of the course is to provide students with basic understanding and competence in industry standard word processing, spreadsheet, database, and presentation software applications used to solve scientific, business, and engineering problems. Okay. The general learning outcomes that we're going to cover everything but the global and diversity awareness, number 5, but we're going to do effective communication, quantitative literacy, information literacy, critical thinking, and civic, professional, and ethical responsibility. Our course objectives. By the end of the course, you should be able to demonstrate a familiarity of a graphical user interface, demonstrate a working knowledge of file management using Windows Explorer. That includes copying, deleting, renaming, and moving files. Demonstrate an understanding of and skill in the general concepts and business uses of word processing applications. Demonstrate an understanding of application spreadsheets and establish a basic skill level in the creation and analysis of a spreadsheet. Demonstrate a familiarity and understanding of database management systems and their use in business, along with the skills to utilize the information contained in a database. Demonstrate an understanding of and skill in producing electronic presentations, utilizing acceptable business presentation practices and graphics. Demonstrate an understanding of the operating system and file management principles. So that's a lot. And basically what we're going to look at is Windows, Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. That's what we're going to do here. The next section is about the policies. You as a student have rights. Where you would go to look at your rights, or if you feel they've been violated, is the Policy and Procedure Manual located on MyStarkState. So make sure that you have any concerns, that you follow that up. If you have any concerns, just shoot me an email and we can look at it. Disability services, if you have an accommodation that is being offered through DSS, please make sure that I get your paperwork, and I will make sure that that accommodation is being met for you. I'm going to scroll down to the class syllabus, and this is Spring 19, Section 50408. It's a web class. We are going to meet only online, and this is actually incorrect. This should be 2 to 3 and 2 to 3. Okay, so this is me, Helen Mandelinich, and these are my office hours. And that means I'll be in my office during these times. I'm there often outside of this. I do have class between 10 and 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I have an 8 to 10 class on Monday, Wednesday. But I am usually here later than 1 and later than 3 on these dates. But if you need to see me, I'm in C100U. You can give me a call at 4588 here at the college. or you can email me at this email address. This is the material you need. So there's two things. Okay, so we use what's known as a SIMNet code. That's the McGraw-Hill product. And so you have two options. No matter what the option, you have to get the SIMNet code. But here's where you get a choice. You can get the physical book, and that comes bundled with your SIMNet code. So it's like a little cardboard that's bundled with it that has the codes for you to set up your account. Or you can just get the code which comes with the ebook. Both come with the electronic version of the book. Option one has a physical book also, and that physical book would look like this. There's some bikers on the front. And no matter what, you have to have the SIMNet code. Now, let's say you cannot get that right now, like you don't have the money right this second. You can still set up your SIMNet account. There's a 14-day access window where you have free access until you can get your code. So you have 2 weeks worth, and this is an 8-week class. So you do have a considerable amount of time to work on the product without buying the code, but eventually you will have to get the code or it will not let you in anymore. So you need Office 2016 or 365, and you need Word, PowerPoint, Access, and Excel and Access. If you are using a Mac, you will never have access in the in the Windows operating system. So if you're using a Mac, you will not have access. The only way on a Mac that you can have access is if you load a second operating system onto your Mac. You can use Boot Camp, I think is the name of it. Boot Camp, yeah. Or a virtual machine to get a Windows operating system and then load it. But otherwise, if you just have the Mac operating system, you can't get access. You're going to have to find another computer when we get to that. And when you are using your Mac, the Word, PowerPoint, and Excel will be a little bit different. So just a warning, it's going to be much more difficult for you. All right, so this is your method of evaluation. We have what's known as pause and practices. So those are the work as we walk through the textbook. There are movies out there for you if you choose to watch the pause and practice movies that will walk you like you're sitting in a classroom through it. You submit the pause and practice to Blackboard. All of the projects and the tests and the sim book, these are all through SIMNet. So pause and practice is on Blackboard, case studies are on Blackboard, and then the startup stuff, part of it. Okay, so pause and practice, walk through the chapter. Projects, those are guided and independent projects. There's one guided and one independent project per chapter. These are submitted through SIMNet. There are tests, there's 5 tests, one for each product that we cover: Windows, Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. The Windows is only 50 points, the rest are 100 points. There are 3 case studies. 2 of them are discussion forums, and the last one is a presentation, a PowerPoint that you create, and then you have to narrate. So that's worth 100 points. Case study 1 and 2 are only 25 points. SIMNet training, those are what's called SimBook. It's in your ebook, and there are trainings that we do before the chapter. And it's a simulated environment. So for those people that have a Mac, you can still do the SIMNet training for Access. It's only the labs, the guided and independent, that you are, and the pause and practice that you're not going to be able to do in Access. The test for Access and the SimBook you'll be able to do because they're simulated. And then startup is the syllabus quiz and honesty and learning, and then there's an ITD pre-test that you have to do. And there's another movie that shows you those components. There are extra credits available each chapter. They're 2 points each, with the possibility of 12 chapters, so that's an extra 24 points. So if you miss something or mess something up, that's a way to recover your points. If you get, out of the 1,268 points available in this class, if you get 1,141 or above, you get an A. 1014, okay, you get a B. and so on. If you get less than 761 points, you do not pass the course. You must complete the assignments by the due dates. I do not allow makeup unless you have a doctor's excuse or a legal excuse. I'm not opening up any Dropbox for missed assignments. One submission is allowed for all that are up to Blackboard, 3 for your SimNet projects. So the labs at the end of the chapter, these guided and independent, you get 3 attempts, and you have whatever the best one is what the grade will be. So you can submit one, look at your errors, fix them, resubmit it, and keep going 3 times. No homework via email. You have to use either Blackboard or SimNet. All submissions are due by 11:59. Give me 24 hours to answer your email or your discussion post. If I don't get back to you in 24 hours, email me again. I might have missed it. I thought I answered you. I mean, I can make mistakes. So if I don't answer you, try really hard to, send it to me again. You need to be respectful of me and your fellow classmates. So just, be kind in your interactions. All right, sharing of files is not allowed, so you want to make sure you read that. I'm going to scoot on down. Withdraw date. This withdrawal for this second 8-week class is April 22nd. If you're not going to be able to complete the class, make sure you get your withdrawn done at that point. Here's your calendar, guys. So over here is the due date and where you submit it to. So the syllabus quiz and honesty and learning quiz are due by the 21st, which is Thursday. It's always 11:59. And then your pre-test is also due. So you need to get your SimNet account set up. And then the first sim book is also due the 21st. Is that right? The 21st? That's Thursday. Yep. All right, and then we're gonna, so if you look, all of these chapters look pretty much the same. We have our sim book, we do the pause and practice, which is the walkthrough of the chapter, and then you have 2 homeworks and a possible extra credit, okay? You can continue to do that. And then these ones that are highlighted, these are things that are a little bit different. So we have our first case study is due on April 11th. A test, Excel, and you can see, okay? This class goes so quickly, guys, because of the 8 weeks. Just be prepared to do your work in a timely fashion. So I'm going to go back here to Blackboard, start here, use that, and go into assignments. And I just want to show you you have to do your syllabus quiz, your honesty and learning quiz, and then this pre-test, you have to use your SimNet to set your account up. So let me show you, if we go in here and materials, let's see, we go back to lessons. There's a SimNet folder over here in lessons. And there's some general guidelines. How do you set up your accounts? How do you pair it? All of that's there for you. The way you always begin it to get to SimNet is through Blackboard. SimNet will get you there. Okay, so I'm going to go in there just real quickly to show you, and then there's other movies that'll help you with this. Use that syllabus that I just quickly went through to do your syllabus quiz and your honesty and learning quiz. You know what? I'm going to stop that. It doesn't seem to be doing very well for me right now. All righty. So, all right, I'm going to end this. Please look through the syllabus and get those quizzes done and try and get your SimNet account set up. If you have problems with your SimNet account, please reach out to me as soon as possible. All right, thank you, guys.